up, everybody? Welcome back. Coming to you live from the Uncle Steve Shake Studios in Center Bonstead, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life Barbecue Podcast, where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around the pit. Thank you all, as always, for tuning in, because you cannot start the barbecue week without starting on Monday. So let us go. Tonight's episode brought to you by Uncle Steve Shake. Man, what can I say? Uncle Steve has an incredible company, incredible seasonings, 16 amazing flavors. Also, the sauce with no name, from the original to the Gator Shake competition line to the new Magic Ribs, which is phenomenal. Check it out. This week, get your orders in. Father's Day special. Order the competition package. So the bird shake, the pig shake, and the cow shake. And in the comments, pick another flavor, and Uncle Steve's going to throw it in for free. So get those orders out now. Everything runs out on Father's Day. So get it in. That line is fantastic. And the new Magic Ribs, guys, you gotta try. But that's it. Check them out at UncleSteveShake.com. Follow them on Facebook at Uncle Steve Shake Nation for all the latest and greatest. And Uncle Steve Shake. Shake some on everything. Also brought to you by Joe's Meat Market, the diamond of Royce City, Texas. What can I say, man? Gabriel and his crew do a tremendous job with the shop down there. Custom cuts available, always the freshest meats, freshest produce, and brought in every day. Like I said, custom cuts, certain size you want, he can take care of it. Your one-stop shop. Sauces, rubs, just started carrying different species of smoking woods. So he's got your whole competition in the latest backyard ready to go, all in one stop. And if you're hungry, sit down, have a couple tacos, some menudo, talk to you with the boys. You know, it's like that old style country store, barbershop feel. Everybody's sitting around shooting the bull. Check them out on all social medias at Joe's Meat Market. And remember, Joe's Meat Market for the win. Let's see here. I know we got Bat. What's happening? Daddy Dutch. Judge Wep, what's going on? Dave, what's up? Magic Ribs. Dave's running the Magic Ribs currently right now up at Laconia Bike Week, and he is going through pulled pork like crazy. I think he said he did 200 pulled pork sandwiches in about an hour and a half Sunday at Bike Week. So he is slinging the queue up there. Chef Johnny, what's up, brother? Hope you're feeling better. Daddy Dutch already starting shit. Who's this Rob chick? Tom, what's up? All right, boys. It's been a long time since this guest has been on. You know, we've crossed paths past couple years in Houston, but it was time to get him back on, talk some Q, talk some barbecue talk as far as podcasting and live shows and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes to bring you this magic week in, week out. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to us live from the Bullhorn Barbecue headquarters in Cypress, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Rob Arocha. What's up, brother? You got to unmute yourself.
All right. See who's the professional here now. What's up, brother? How are you? Jonathan D Magdalorian. Thank you very much for having me back on the show, man. It has been a little while. I appreciate you sending the invite out to talk some barbecue as I'm trying to get your accent down, man. But
Oh,
thank
that's right.
you.
You get it.
And I see
You'll
Daddy
get it.
Dutch's comment. I saw Daddy Dutch's comment. Let's go. Big old.
He's always into something. That one.
I like it. I like it. Appreciate what he brings. What he
Oh,
brings to the table.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones. They kind of broke the mold with him, thank God.
Yes, I've second that one.
But so what's been going on, brother?
Oh man, last time I ran into you was at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, the big one of the big five, in my opinion. It was great to see you. I saw Uncle Steve and your whole crew over there with that was walking around doing y'all's thing. Got to do a little interview. You came to our tent, so that was the last time you and I saw each other. But I really haven't done a whole bunch of contests since then. That was right before spring ball started in baseball. My kids they're getting older. I got a soon to be senior next year, and then I've got a sophomore on the way, and so definitely made a concerted effort to make sure I'm making every game that I can. And so I took the spring off from barbecue. I think I only have like 8 registered contests since November. So, but I'm still involved. Obviously, I do the show each and every week, so I know what's going on, and still feel very plugged into the scene here in at least the Texas barbecue scene. But yeah, just as far as actually boots on the ground and doing a cook-off, that'll come here later in the year for me.
Oh yeah. It's like I said, I'm not even competing this year. It's just nothing's lining up. Money obviously. We've picked a pretty damn expensive sport.
It's not cheap. I like that meme that says when you see all my barbecue toys, bro, don't think I'm rich. I'm just irresponsible. I bet that is the case for 90% of the people that are going out there and competing each and every week.
Oh, absolutely. Tim Rogers, what's going on? Up to BBQ. Simon, what's happening? Tom, where is it? There. Oh, hold on. Boom. Mags doesn't have an accent. The rest of the country does. That's right, Tom.
There you go.
Man.
I don't know if I have one, but we'll see.
Yeah. You hang out with me enough, you start talking. Couple of the boys might be coming back with a little bit of accent with them in a couple of weeks up here at the first ever CBA contest in New England. 4th of July weekend.
Fast approaching. I know we got one this weekend in South Carolina. And then in 4th of July weekend, we've got one up in Rhode Island.
Yep, Rhode Island, and it's an automatic for the Jack.
An auto qualifier for the Jack. So whoever wins that will be going to the Jack. So that's pretty exciting. I know there's a lot of teams traveling up from Texas and probably all around those surrounding states that are going to be going to Rhode Island. What's the barbecue scene up there in that neck of the woods, my man?
Man, it's growing, brother. It's growing. We had a few last year. We had a few automatic. So I think Rhode Island was one. We had New Hampshire was one. Maine. So I believe we had 3 automatics, and we're now down to 1 because they've added a bunch more contests. So it's growing. The popularity is growing. So yeah, we couldn't be more happy up here. The more contests we got, hey, let's have at it.
Yeah, more options, man. More you get more people involved. It grows. You start to build a barbecue community up in there at that area. It's awesome, man. It's all a win-win, man. I'm excited to see it grow all over the place, especially in that realm or that part of the country. I know Matt is the promoter over there, Pereira. He seems to be doing a great job. There's teams that are going up there. I fully expect that to be well over 25 teams. I know they're over the 20 mark, right? From what
Yeah,
you and I were just talking about.
We're at 21 or 22.
Awesome.
And we're trying to figure out who from Texas. So obviously Bill Purvis from Chicken Fried, Phil Breeden from LCBBQ, Aaron Leslie, obviously, Texas Oil Dust, Carlos Calzada from Smokin' Los, and Jason Sagmiller from Race Crew Drum Smokers. So that's 5 Texas teams right there.
Awesome.
That I know for sure. But then there's a couple others from coming around from the different states. So it's going to be a good old time. I'll be heading down there sometime on Friday afternoon once I get out of work.
Yeah, if there's anybody in that area, go cook it if you're in that area, right? But if you're not going to cook and you have maybe some cookers that could be taken into that area, I bet there's some more teams that would like to make that trip. Fly in, use the equipment, cook, see how it goes, and then fly out, because that is a long ways from Texas. So, but
it's about 2,200 miles from at least Salem, New Hampshire to Austin, Texas.
Damn.
Yeah, and I drove every single one of them.
You were excited to make that trip, though.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But like I said, the one thing I got to figure out is when these guys are coming into town, because obviously, I guess the prices of flight depends on when you're going. But if they're all going to get in early, I might have to talk them all into come throwing a little 4th of July party up here at the house.
Nice. How far are you from that contest?
It's a straight shot north. Basically, unfortunately, it's 2.5 hours.
That's still not bad, bro. That's
still not bad, But yeah, like I said, depending on when they come in the hotels down there, I got plenty of room here at the house. If they want to crash a couple days here, we'll have some good old fun. So, but yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, I'm a little upset.
Kevin. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Shiner that weekend. It's like I've got two contests planned during the summer, and one is that weekend. We get that extra day for 4th of July. I think it falls on a Thursday. I'm taking that Friday off, so I'm gonna get those 4 days off, and I'm gonna go do Shiner because my wife is gonna be the event rep for that event. I see Kevin Hernandez. My pits are burning. Maybe he's making the trip if somebody has some drums. I know he's got a big Washington deal, which I'm excited to see how he does when he travels up there. But that's another solid Texas team that might be able to be to go if there's some people that have some equipment that maybe they can use.
Oh, heck yeah.
Mad Wood, what's up, bub?
Terry, what's happening, brother? Oh, so it's been a busy year with kids and baseball, which you got to love every minute of that. But you're going to squeeze a couple contests in. Any specific big ones you're looking forward to? You cooking the Danny Dietz again?
Yeah, so Danny Dietz in September, definitely going to be doing that. And Miss Jen's a great promoter for that event. So I've only missed it, I think, once that I was able to do it. But finally got that monkey off my back last year. It was one that was just always I was going to do it regardless, but I had never walked in like 8 years of doing that contest. And finally got a big first place rib last year. So got that monkey, that gorilla off my back with a big old first place trophy and buckle. So that was pretty cool. Definitely on my radar for sure. Going to be doing the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic. And then, of course, we got the American Royal. I'll be going to the American Royal at the, in the fall. I'll be teaching again over at Rec Tech Academy. I'll be doing that in September. So my fall is going to be back to quite a bit of barbecue. So just, I don't know, I got a couple more months, and man, summertime in Texas is freaking 100-degree weather, bro. It's, it is not for the faint of heart, man. I've done it hard the last 3 seasons, and 100-degree weather is it's challenging. It has its own challenges, man. And for them pop-up canopy warriors, man, I respect the hell out of those guys. If they don't have an AC to to go into. And when I say AC, I use that lightly because 100-degree weather with a typical RV, you're probably only 80 degrees inside the trailer, so it's still
80,
it's not cold.
85 is the AC.
Yeah, it's not cold, but it's a lot. It does still feel good when you come in there from that 100-degree weather.
Yeah, yeah. So like we were saying earlier, the last time I saw you, it was down in Houston.
Right.
You were cooking again for Half-Assed Smokers. And how'd it go for you this week? Yeah.
So last year I was able to blessed with a walk. That was awesome to do the stage. This year, not so much. Didn't do badly. Actually, I think I can't remember. I think it was 30th overall, which is pretty solid. But didn't get blessed to go walk that stage. Wasn't bad by any means, but there's 236 teams in that contest, that general area, and only 10 get to walk in 3 categories. So unfortunately, wasn't my year, but I'll be back at it again next year in the spring or winter. Houston, what do you think about that contest, man? What big ones have you been to?
That one's the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Houston's the biggest I've been to. We had like I said, the ones I've done up here. Then the only other one I've ever gone to would have been, which is at the Fort Bend County Cook-Off.
Okay.
We when I had drove down to pick up the pit that year, we stayed a day or 2 in Houston with Uncle Steve, and we went out to that cook-off and had a time for ourselves, and then moseyed on over on that. That was Friday. Then on Saturday morning, we headed out to Austin for the pit party to pick that up. So yeah, those are going on. But that Houston, man, it's like I said, I've never been to the Royal. Royal's a whole different animal on its own terms, I suppose, because Houston is no slouch.
Houston is an animal. The Royal is great. It's the Royal has one night, and that's Friday night at the American Royal. Houston is 3 straight nights of Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of just. And it just gets bigger each night, right? So Thursday is a pretty good sponsored night. They probably roll in about 55 to 60,000 people, and then Friday you probably got 90,000, and then on Saturday you probably got 100,000+ people on the grounds. I'm talking about just people, and it's all day, and it's party after party after party, and they got the contest on Saturday. It's well run. It's a great event. I love it. Stage like no other. It's that is an animal. The Royal's great. It's a true contest. I feel the American Royal is a true barbecue contest. You've got 400 teams out there in the open that are all trying to win that big coveted trophy there. To whereas Houston is, I don't know, there's 236 teams, and I would say there's 120 of them that are serious competitors out there, and the rest are just partying, bro.
Oh yeah,
but I love it.
Stop. Oh yeah,
I love both of them.
Yeah, because like you said, I hit the grounds Thursday morning, and stopped by, saw you. I did a bunch of content interviews. I figured Thursday was the best day to do it, and I found places of the fairgrounds that I didn't even get to find last year. And it's so massive, because it's held at the stadium. What is it? NRG Stadium.
NRG Stadium, yeah. Home of the 2024 Super Bowl champion Houston Texans.
That's right. Absolutely.
I'm just kidding. We're drinking the Kool-Aid down here. We'll see.
Hey, all I know is my Boston Celtics got the.
Oh yeah, hey. I'm okay.
On their heels right now.
I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit about Dallas sports teams.
But yeah, it's absolutely massive, and it blows you away that, it gets pulled off. And, it takes literally all year to plan. So that it ends on Saturday, plans start for the next year on Sunday, because it takes that long to pull this event off.
I don't know if you realize the magnitude of once it shuts down on Saturday, you see that massive tent city and what people bring, the bars, the stages, the rigs, the cookers, right? Everything that goes into that. Come like 4 o'clock Sunday, it is a pavement parking lot again. It is crazy how quickly it takes a week to 8 or 9 days to set all that up, and then in a matter of like 8 hours, it's gone. It's crazy, and it's a. I don't look forward to Sunday teardown, but I'm just amazed each and every year how quickly that is just gone. It's a parking lot again. That's it.
Well, hold on. You're actually making money tonight, Rob. Shit, Rob, give me a Venmo. I just remembered I owe you $25 for the Colts Texans game.
We'll just roll it over. We'll do double or nothing. They kick off the season again, Dutch. So we'll just roll that over. We'll see how that goes.
Mike C, what's up? Anthony, what's going on? Fire Cups in the house. Patrick Cullen, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, brother.
I like Timothy Rogers' comment when we were talking about how expensive the hobby is. Did you see that one?
Oh, I think I did. Make a fortune. You got to start with a bigger fortune. Hold on, I just got it. It's like, yeah, there it is. There it is. Like racing. Want to make a small fortune racing or barbecuing? Start off with a large fortune.
It's so true. It's so funny. So true, man. It is so true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, if anybody ever have the opportunity to take in Houston, definitely you won't be disappointed. And get it early, get your tickets and all that, and your passes for tents if you can get a hold of them, and just enjoy it. It's incredible. Andrew, what's up, brother? The Grill Sergeant. Congratulations, brother, on 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Hit that milestone last week. Well deserved, brother. Keep it going.
Hell yeah. Awesome. Great job.
100,000. Wow.
100,000. That's about 999,000 more than I've got. That's badass.
That's me. I think I'm sitting at 471 for my YouTube, but
no, I'm looking at it right now. 655, my man. You're growing.
655.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Wait. And I follow you on Facebook. For some reason, I just so you're 656 now, bro.
Okay. Sweet. Brother CJ, what's up? Mr. West Coast Shake himself. So I did have a question for Houston, which I found interesting. You did a video of it was you preparing your box with the
yes.
I don't know what you want to call it. Judge, a representative.
They call them man, I forget the actual term, but they're basically the ambassador, right? Each one of those barbecue ambassadors, they have like 6 or 7 teams that they're responsible for. You want me to elaborate on the box? Yeah, so they come around. Yeah, go ahead.
What I found fascinating was the metal tag. They literally, and during inspection, I'm assuming, come and tag your meat.
Correct. Yeah, so it's Houston is a 3 meat contest. It's chicken, it's pork ribs, and a brisket, right? So your chicken has to be tagged. If you're gonna do wings or I'm sorry, Yeah, you have to do a half chicken, but you can also add other portions of the chicken alongside in the box. But yeah, they will come and they will tag your bird. They'll tag your slabs of ribs, and you can only get 2. So you can do 2 chickens, 2 slabs of ribs, and 2 briskets if you want to cook 2. So yeah, they'll come around at meat inspection, and it has to be in a cryo before you do anything. It has to be in the cryo bag. You cannot, they say you're not supposed to trim it. Some people haven't trimmed, but they're back in a cryo bag, and then they'll take it out and they will take a knife, put a nice little slit in there, slide that metal tag in there, seal it up. I have to confirm the number, say it's 52821. I got to, read it to them, 52821. They will come and confirm, and they'll write it down on a piece of paper. And then when that ambassador comes back at turn-in time, before you can cut into your slab of ribs or your brisket or whatever it is, before you can start slicing, you have to confirm, all right, here's 52821. And then she'll like, okay, yeah, that's correct. Go ahead and you can clip it off, and then you can start doing your finishing process. It's crazy. It's different. It's what makes it, its own animal, like we just said. Yeah, and that was my second year to compete. So I'm learning, where to tag it, and the processes, because you only get like 15 minutes when they come back. After they cut it, you have 15 minutes to sauce, box, put your finishing processes on it, and then you got a haul butt to turning. So it's a different deal, man. Different ball game.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that was wild. Whenever I heard you actually have to cook your protein with the metal tag in it, still, and then cut it off when they show back when you're ready to prepare your box. But yeah, I saw that video. I'm like, well, first off, thank you for taking that video, because that was really a deep dive into, I would never have known it. I was, just assuming it was, like your regular contest. Turn-in is at this time, and away you go. Okay, you got a representative there, fine. But yeah, whenever I saw the tag, it's like, oh, that's fascinating. Oh, Grill Cosby, what's happening? Mr. Larry Vaughn, what's going on from South Jersey? I got a call today.
Grill Cosby, what a great name. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I got a call today from Ryan Newland from Backline Smokers.
Good guy, yes.
And we were chatting, and he goes, "Oh, did you hear the controversy from a contest this weekend?" I go, "No, I didn't hear anything." I want your take on this. And chat, please jump in on this, because this one is quite interesting. Now, I don't have 100% of the facts, because he wound up not calling me back. He had to go take care of something. But there was a contest this weekend, and a gentleman was disqualified from his brisket turn-in.
Correct.
Because it had a hair in it. So the craziness is going on that from my understanding, the gentleman who turned it in was a one-person team.
Correct.
And he kind of resembles me. Okay? He's got the shiny dome, which asks the question, where the hell did that long hair come from?
Could have come from another place. Yep.
Of the hair getting there as the table captain opens the box. So could a hair, when they're presenting it to the table, to the judges, could the captain's hair actually have fallen and gotten into there, and that's what got them disqualified? Like I said, I don't have 100% of the facts, but I find it very interesting.
Yeah, to answer your question, absolutely, it could have been any number of places. You got somebody that accepts the box, right? They open it up to inspect it. They close it, could have got in there. It could have, once it gets to the table captain, they open it up to display the box. Could have happened there. Judge 1 eating over it, taking something out of it. Could have happened there. Could have happened Judge 2. Any number of people that open that box, including the cook, it could have been any number of persons or people or whatever hair that got into the box.
Yeah. Daddy Dutch, foreign material is foreign material. I understand that, but that's a new one. I've heard a piece of tinfoil in there, or a piece of paper towel, or like you were saying, the red tip kale instead of green, things like that, or the sauce cooling, KCBS wise. But a hair, that was a new one to me.
Yeah, it's really not a new thing. It's been it's happened before. It's KCBS. I don't even want to, I don't think they disqualify it for that. It's just it could have happened to anybody. That's why I don't know the proper way. Obviously if you see a hair, if I'm Judge 4 and Judge 3 finds a hair, I'm a little more forgiving than most, I guess. I would just have them remove that portion of the box and make sure everything else is clear before rolling on with it. But rules are rules, right? So whatever rules are in place, at this point, it's the discretion of the head judge to make that call. And, that's the game we play, man. It's something, it could be a hair this time, or it could be, whatever it is, but what Dutch said, foreign material is foreign material. The fact is, hair is something that, any number of people, it could have got in that box. So there's no really right way to prevent that.
Yeah. Well, you said that's the first time I've heard the hair thing, and you're right, Dutch. That definitely sucks for the cook, but like you said, there is nothing you can really do about it. But like you said, I heard it caused a bit of a stink this weekend. But it's unfortunate. But hey, rules are rules.
And like we have an issue here in chicken, right? People, you smoke a chicken, it has a little red tint to it. Some judges that don't know that will, hey, this is not done, when in fact, yes, it's completely done, right? But sometimes you get disqualified for something like that. And if somebody's going to raise a hand and say, hey, is this done? That, to me, that contaminates that whole judging table, because they're like, is it done? It's like you have to have somebody go in there and tell them, yeah, this is a smoked chicken. This is what happens. This is completely done. It is, rest assured, done. And there's some instances where it is raw, right? Some people are behind the 8 ball and they'll just send it, right? And then that deserves to be disqualified. So there's, like I said, it's the game we play. There's a lot of factors that will affect the scoring system. You just gotta roll with it. And for his credit, the cooker has been pretty good about it.
Yeah.
And this was unique because he actually got paid $300, right? I don't know if you knew that or not. Deadass last got a $300 prize, and so this made him Deadass last. So he didn't walk away empty-handed. So that lessens the sting about it, but
So you're saying he was a hair away from winning?
Yeah, I've heard them all. Missed it by a hair. Yeah, all of it. It's crazy.
Oh, Jen, what's up, darling? How are you?
Just speaking about her.
That's right.
She's the promoter behind the Danny Dietz Memorial Classic.
Yeah, that she is. Wonderful person, Jen is. I love her. Absolutely love her. So, let's get into this wonderful game you and I play weekly of the barbecue shows. So obviously you have Bullhorn Barbecue, but you are also the host of the So Smokin Gooder Show, live
Absolutely.
every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock Central on Facebook, YouTube, and
Twitch, baby.
Twitch. You know, now going on, let me see, your 7th year?
Yeah, here July the 7th, 17 is when we started. So July 7th, 24 will be our 7th year running, and I believe we're the second longest running show of its kind. Shout out to Greg Remke up in the North Coast. Believe it or not, that's crazy, right? Cleveland of all places.
Yeah.
But he's been doing it for quite a few years. Yeah, we're going into our 7th year. Yeah, and whenever I started the show, So Smokin Gooder Show, shout out to all these YouTubers up here. I mean, you can check us out and hit a subscribe button. I'd love to see that as well because we need to share our communities. But yeah, so with the landscape, when I started, there was nobody doing these shows. Now, we do, we are on Monday night, right? We got 2 or 3 on Tuesday nights. You got Wednesday, Thursday, all throughout the week. You can find something like this to talk barbecue. But when we started, it wasn't existing, And so I decided, me and my buddy Case Hahn, my original co-host of the So Smokin Gooder Show, I brought up the idea to him. I was like, hey man, there's nobody doing like this. I wanted to showcase our Texas teams, and that we're based in Houston, Cypress, but in Houston area, to showcase people that are out there going and doing what we do, weekend warriors, man, and showcasing, people winning and, talk to these people and then sharing information. It's just been a big barbecue community that started with just a simple idea. And now, we're there's a lot more of us doing this now, but I feel really good about being one of the first ones of its kind to do it. And so I feel like we're trailblazers, trendsetters. A lot of the stuff you see on all throughout these shows have definitely come from stuff that me and my boy had started.
Absolutely. Daddy Dutch, who's the 3rd longest running show? Well, I cannot confirm nor deny that it could very possibly be me.
All right.
I will be hitting 6 years.
Nice.
On the 8th of August. August 8th, 2018, episode 1 went out. Well, technically episode 2. We did 1 was a little 10-minute pre-thing, but yeah, so I'll be hitting the 6-year anniversary this August.
Congratulations.
So I don't know, Mimi. I don't know. Hey, there she is. Miss Belle Clark from JC's Good Old Boys and ready, Dutch? The Tomball VFW drink.
I think she's going by that name on her screen, on her profile picture now. What do you know what number? Do you know what number episode this is?
Oh, I have no clue. May 16th was of 2023 was 250 episodes.
I need to go because every one of mine. Oh wow, look at you, bro.
The studio, gave me a little 250 episodes, but that was May of 16th, 2023. So add another 52 to that. So that's 302. 6 May, June. So so we're in probably the 30 somethings right now.
Nice. That's awesome. That's something I need to go back and do, is find out how many episodes I've actually done. Because you see, we started out doing that too, episode 1, 2, 3, and then one is like, screw it. I don't know what number we're at now, so I just lost count. And so, but no, this is it's tough doing a weekly show, man, as you know, right? These weeks come super quick, and it's not like something that I just turn on the screen and just go with it, right? You got to get a guest, you got to promote it. I do weekly updates as far as winners and upcoming events and stuff like that. So a lot goes into the show, and it's obviously it's something I love. I was 7 years at it. If I didn't love it, I wouldn't be doing it. But it is a second kind of job, and I treat it as such. And so it's just again something that I take pride in. I think a lot of the we call our guys that watch our show the Gooder Gang, and I know the fact that they love it, so they keep telling me that they love it, and obviously they keep coming back to watch it. So we're doing something right, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're going to try and innovate and do something new, and kind of continue elevating kind of this barbecue live show podcast game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lap, what's happening, brother? But yeah, it's like I said, it's not just we just don't show up and show our beautiful faces. You
No.
think it's that easy? No.
I got to work on that too, bro.
No, tell me about it. Tell me about it. I hit every stick on the way down.
Sometimes twice.
Yes, you ain't kidding. And that final thud on the ground did me in. But yeah, like you said, the booking of the guests, the topics. Sometimes you have multiple guests. Depending on what you're doing, or if there was a particular event, or apparently like lately, Eddie Morales has been joining you co-hosting.
Absolutely, yeah. I was gonna share that.
And I'll have CJ jump in, or Daddy Dutch will jump in, or C-Mac. You got to coordinate that and then fill them in. Okay, this is who we're having on tonight. This is what they do. This is the topic. There's a ton of work that goes on, and you got producer Ty.
Yes, I can't do it by myself. I was gonna mention producer Ty. He came on board about May of probably 10, I don't know, 14 to 15 months ago. Producer Ty came on the show, and it's helped me so much. Like, I can actually concentrate on the guests and what they're saying rather than read the comments, because at the time I was juggling those, right? I wanted to make sure the Gooder Gang is involved, right? So I'm trying to highlight comments, and it takes my focus on what they're asking or what they're saying, and then I would find myself kind of asking a question that they just kind of answered. And so it's producer Ty is amazing. He's helped out the show quite a bit. We do have some running, recurring co-hosts that step in, and right now Eddie's doing a phenomenal job stepping in, and he adds a lot to the show. So we're trying to keep it fresh, keep it new, and I don't want to be asking the same questions to the same guests and this and that. So we love having first timers on our show. Even now, 7 years in, the sport is growing. We've got a lot of new cooks that have come on the scene the last 2 years. So and some of them right off the gate, they take some classes or whatever it may be, but they've got instant success. So we want to highlight some of these people, and so it's fun to get new guests on and keep it fresh.
Yeah, and then I believe that that's how I've always run mine. Almost the storytelling aspect of it. Like, what's your story? Tell me your barbecue journey, and
right.
And then it goes from there. Then later on you get a repeat. Come on, you pick up where you left off and continue on. But just exposing I love the fact that we can expose people and introduce them to different people with the technology from all over the world, literally.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been able to do that too.
Just help grow what we do, whether it is competition wise or just in your backyard, and we try and strive to at least every episode walk away with a little something from it, a little bit of knowledge about this, a little bit of knowledge on that. I got my competition sauce from your show.
Awesome.
It was one of the guests was like, yeah, I do one part this, I do 2 parts that, and did a little tweak of my own, and there it is. Everybody says, with Robert Smith, his famous line, put it in the box.
Put it in the box.
But you also have a famous line, shut up and listen.
That's my favorite one. # shut up and listen, man. You do that, There's so much you can find on YouTube right now. You can go and find out how to do this and how to do that right now. But if you really want to get into like some techniques or some secret little things, if you watch the show and you just shut up and listen, you're going to pick something up, and it could be very subtle, right? It's like, or just by watching or something, it's definitely something that has helped a lot of people, man. Just by watching and listening to these great guests, because we don't, we've got a lot of people that know what they're doing, right? And so it's fun to go out there and Easter eggs, man. That's exactly right. You go out there and listen to them, and those are the best one. And you can do that at a contest, man. When there's a group of cookers, bullshitting at a contest, you're gonna hear some really good nuggets, man. And just hashtag, just shut up and listen, and you're gonna pick something up that you can take and go and apply something to your game that, just could be that little missing piece that is keeping you out of the top 10. And then all of a sudden, hey, you're top 5 in games or some events.
Why doesn't it surprise me? I tune in and Mag is talking about exposing himself. Attaboy, Lance. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that word expose is like taboo, bro.
Yeah.
Showcasing is
I couldn't come up with the right one. What's the one? Hey, give me a break. Like I said, it's live. This stuff happens.
Live, baby.
But yeah, it's that shut up and listen, because like I said, I've gotten a bunch of the stuff from watching your show on Wednesday nights. Like I said, I got that sauce. Was it the last time you had Aaron on? From Aaron Leslie, Texas Royalist, when he did the live chicken cook.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I talk about keeping it fresh, keeping it new. We did the first ever bag to box, man. We took a chicken out of a cryo bag and went from bag to turn in box in about 2.5 hours during the show. We taught, and that's a great show. That's like 6-7 weeks ago.
Yeah,
you can go back and find that on our YouTube, So Smokin Gooder Show. And we literally took a cryo bag chicken, cooked it on a drum, injected it, seasoned it, did everything on the drum and wings, and made a beautiful turn-in box. And I got to tell you, even me as the host of the show, I learned a lot in that process as far as presenting a box, right? And so after that show, I had my chicken had fallen off just a little bit. Not great. I was just hanging out in the lower half of the, the top where I would like to be, to whereas before I was pretty solid, a 1, 2, 3 bird. But just appearance just helped me, man. And ever since then, I had perfect score chickens. I've had top 3 chickens, and hadn't hit less than a top 5 since that show. So, and again, I've only done 3 contests since that show. But back to the matter is, you can learn, you can apply, and it'll help your game. There's Matt right there. What's up, Matt?
There's Matt right there, ready to go, brother. We were just talking about you earlier.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, like that episode, I got a bunch out of that, and one in particular, and like I said, I'm not hiding anything. The injector he uses, got it from Tractor Supply, and it's not a regular injector. If I'm not mistaken, it's an actual animal injector.
Yeah.
And it's the the pistol
spring loaded. Yep. Spring loaded. Yep. And I don't think we spent a lot of time on that. That's something you just shut up and listened to and took it and said, okay, there you go.
Yeah, that was another one. It's the little tidbits and tricks. But like I said, we go into weekly and all that. How far out do you or even do you like make a calendar for guests booking wise? Or do you just shoot week to week?
It varies. Sometimes I'll have guests lined out at the very most 3 weeks out. Generally it's week to week. I like to kind of, keep my ear on the ground to see who's doing really well, or see who's, who needs to be showcased, right? Because we go through stretches as cooks, right? Or you're going to have a guy that goes through or lady, a guy or girl right now that is going to go through, 2-3 weeks of just really just having a great deal. Once you get one GC, it feels like the second and thirds come pretty quickly. So you want to kind of keep it fresh with those people and make sure you're on to get them on. So Unless I know for a fact, like I've got somebody booked 2 weeks out, 3 weeks at the very most is what I'll book. But generally, it's week to week.
Yeah.
How about you?
Honestly, this year, man, I've been dropping the ball. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just been so freaking crazy. But no, normally I try to do a month out of whack.
Nice.
So I'll try to get the month of July booked up. Then come that second to third week in July, I'll start reaching out to people shooting for August. Also depending on who. Like a lot of the guys, like you said, you do every year, you do the direct tech school.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
it's like different people who do that, who are constantly traveling. It's shoot a message and go, hey, what date on your calendar works best for you? Absolutely. Oh, dude, I'm booked solid straight through September. Okay. Is there a Monday that works better for you then? Oh, this day I have nothing going on. We'll put it in. So I could start booking, 2-3 months in advance, depending on obviously who it is and what their schedule is. But yeah, I like to keep about a month, just so I know what's going on. Gives me time to do some more research, and certain things pop up, that way. Serge, what's up, brother? Part of the Gooder gang right there.
That's our follow team for 2024. That talking about guys that are up and comers. That he's for sure is one.
Yeah.
And so we're following his journey in his first real year of competition barbecue, and he's doing great, man. He's putting out some beautiful product, man, and I can't wait to see it go into some big wins.
That's right. And Serge, thank you, sir, for the shout out on Rob's show on Wednesday night.
Boom. There you go.
He was listening to my show when I had you on the first time. So thank you for the shout out, brother. Appreciate your support through the years.
Serge, he caught my attention real quick about Serge. He caught my attention when he first found our show and he was watching our show. He went back, and he's a driver. He's in the truck for quite a bit. That's not what he does, but he travels to go to different sites all the time. And so he deep dived into our show, and he watched from the first one up until, and just listened to him. I was like, oh my God, did you really do that? Which is awesome. But I'm like, wow, I don't know if I could do that, man. But shout out to Serge.
I did that with yours when you had the audio library still going on.
Yeah.
I went back as far as I could because everybody knows I'm a mailman. So I'm out on the street by myself every day. So right. I got the earbuds in, I got the different podcasts rolling on, and, just catching up on everything.
You got them Skechers walking shoes. What are you rolling? What are you rocking during the day, bro?
Under Armours, baby.
The Under Armours. All right.
Because I can still walk into the local outlet up here and find 14s on the shelf. Don't have to do none of this special order stuff.
Tell me you wear a headband too. Come on.
No. I have this shining dome glistening, especially this time of year. It's way too hot for a hat. But I run my array of hats once the fall hits.
There you go.
I got my Uncle Steve's, I got my Bucky's, I got everything. I need to get my hands on one of them next time you run a batch of them So Smokin Gooder hats. Coming
soon, real soon. I got a meeting with Dustin here in the next couple weeks.
Beautiful.
At the barbecue store, and we brand it. Yes,
that's right.
You got one of them. You got one of them old Russian hat, little fur hats with the flappers during them cold winters. Come on, man.
Nope. Just run a baseball hat and a hoodie. That's all.
All right. Okay.
Sometimes it gets down to 0, which ain't bad. We can deal with that. It's when it gets down to like the -30, I might have to put a jacket on.
You might have to put a jacket on.
But other than that, I run the hoodie all year long.
All right. I like it. I like it. You're a real man.
I'm well insulated, and Dutch will second that and agree with me.
I saw you. I saw you. You all right?
Hell, but yeah, it's so out of the 7 years of doing the So Smokin Gooder Show, are there any, I don't know what you want to call it, incidents, funny happenings, of just pure craziness that happened with a guest in a complete tangent?
Well, just recently I had somebody in an Apple AirPod in his ear. He was a guest on the show, and he had to go kick the tires, right? So he goes off and does what he had to do. He went to go pee, and he was wearing the AirPods. So I was just talking with Eddie, and I could hear. I was like, we could hear him pissing on the show. It was awesome. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, I had my boy Jaybird, Naked Jaybird. He would come on and do some stupid shit on the show. And we would have back then we did a bunch of we'd have a show and then we'd have the after show, right? And we still do that from time to time. But yeah, when Jaybird was part of the show, it got pretty probably had to kick us off the air a couple times because he's a nut. He was a lot of fun. But yeah, we've had our share of stuff like that, and just like anything, we've been at 7 years, something like that's going to happen.
Oh yeah. And the one, like you said, if you haven't had a chance or didn't even know, now you do. Every Wednesday, 7:00 Central Time, 8:00, 8:00 Central, 9:00 Eastern. So Smokin Gooder Show. Tune in. We're all there, whether we're on Facebook or YouTube. It's an incredible show. Now, another incredible show is the newest one out there by our two friends,
Absolutely.
Bill and Phil. The Chicken Fried with Chicken Fried. Man, I am loving it.
That's great.
They are having so much fun with that. The episode alone when they had Kit Polk on, forget about it. Game over. Over.
It's awesome. You got two big personalities with Phil and Bill, and great thing about them is they travel as well. They do a bunch of traveling. I do as well, but they're always on traveling, and they've got stories each and every week, and they travel with Kit. And so Kit is his own little great. There he is. Tony Tanache he's a good one. But and then producer Wes does a fine job on that show as well. So no, I love it. I love it what they're doing over there. Look at Daddy Dutch putting all of our hashtags in there. It's great. I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Thanks, Kent. Kent's been a loyal guy to the show too, man. And I know he's I see him all over, which I love. I love guys like that.
Support to everybody.
Larry Vaughn, Serge. I'd like to see some of these guys that are on here join us on Wednesday nights, man. You can add to our show, and we'd love to have you join the Gooder gang, man. That's a great community we have over there.
That's right. And Rob, we're coming up on the hour, but I would be amiss if I didn't mention a segment of your show that when it comes down to the shut up and listen, also shut up and open your eyes, the rate my box segment. Dude.
Yeah.
That is tremendous. It is brilliant. I wish I thought of it.
Thank you.
But explain to everybody. It's pretty self-explanatory to everybody. Yeah. You send Rob a picture of what you're turning boxes.
Mm-hmm.
He shows it on the screen, just like a judging table. He'll throw it up on the screen for,
10 seconds or so.
10 seconds or so, 10, 15 seconds. And then you give your number score.
Mm-hmm.
What brought it about? Because, like I said, it's a brilliant idea, and I've learned a lot on presentation from those also.
So I have, like Jen's in the comments, there's a lot of head judges that have come to me and say, hey, Rob, since y'all been doing this, and this has been about 1.5 years now, since y'all been doing the Rate My Box segment, we've seen presentation improve, right? We see a lot of different ways that people are putting stuff in the box. And the presentation scores are improving, and we're just trying to help, man. So what we'll do is, like you mentioned, we'll put a box on screen for about 10 seconds, and then I will give the Gooder Gang people in the comments time to go and rate it. We rate it on a CBA scale. So 10 is excellent, 9 is very good, 8 is fair, and 7 is poor. But I always say 7s are personal, right? So that it has to like really offend you to get a 7, right? And so so what we'll do, we'll put it up there, the Gooder Gang will chime in, and then whoever my guest and co-host are that day, we will rate it and we'll talk about it, and we'll help. You know, our whole goal to doing this Rate My Box is not to dog anybody, but is to elevate everybody. We're trying to help each other. So if we see something, you know, that is just caught our eye on something, we'll talk about it, and that might take it from a 10 to a 9 or a 9 to an 8 or whatever. But yeah, our whole goal is to elevate and improve and help these people that are sending us our boxes in, and it's great, you know. And some of the Gooder Gang is rough, man. We are our toughest critics as competition cooks, right? So we're going to be a little harder on each other. But if you can please the Gooder Gang, then you got something going. You could turn that in each and every weekend.
You know, I've turned in a couple boxes from last year. But the one thing you said, like when you get to a 7, you even call it out too.
Yes.
If someone puts a 7, you go, hey, you know.
If you give an 8 or a 7, we expect
yourself.
Exactly.
Explain yourself. Put it in the chat. Okay, this right here, and which is great. But it's that what is it? Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism,
because not for nothing, you already got praised or dinged by the judges beforehand anyway. So that box has been said and done by the time it gets onto the Rate My Box segment. But yeah, it's you can just learn so much. And like I said, brother, I wish I had thought of it.
And it's fun, and we talk about our guests and our journey, just to plug our show, man. And I appreciate you having me on and letting me talk about this, because it is hard. And congratulations on 6 years to you, J Max, because it's hard, man, and it's hard to keep it up and be consistent and be fresh, and people want to come back and watch, this mug each and every week to come back and talk barbecue. And I appreciate it from the depths of my heart. I appreciate each and every one that come back and watch the show. But yeah, so we do it each and every Wednesday at 8:00 Central on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch platforms. You can just search So Smokin Gooder Show. I'd love to see people that are in these comments come and join us on Wednesday, be a part of the show. Not only that, the guests that we talk to, we deep dive into their journey, and we don't ask them strictly barbecue. I like to keep it fresh. What did you do before barbecue, and what would you be doing if you didn't do barbecue? That kind of stuff. And then of course we talk about their mentors, and through that Mount Rushmore. Shout out to Jared McCrory from Barefoot Cookers. He's like, well, why don't you do something like that? And then we tie that into the barbecue homie segment, which always ruffles a little bit of feathers to some people, man. So we try to keep it fresh, and we'd love to have anybody listening to this to come and check us out on Wednesday nights.
Absolutely, brother. Like I said, my pleasure having you on. Like I said, we're all in this together. We're all friends. We're all family.
Heck yeah.
And, we're all stronger together than we are apart. And, you have an incredible show. It's, like I said, it's going on 7 years. So, I'm going on 6. So we're doing something right, brother.
October, you said, is coming?
Of
your anniversary?
August 8th.
Oh, okay. So right behind ours, August 8th.
Yeah, August 8th, 2018 was the anniversary.
Definitely give you a shout out, and maybe you could co-host with me one time. That'd be fun to have another host.
I'm available, brother. Just make the phone call, send a text, and I'm there for you.
All right, we'll make it happen.
But brother, I appreciate you for taking the time with me.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for your friendship. It means a lot. And guys, like I said, Wednesday nights, whether on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. It's a great show, great guest. And like I said, you learn a lot. You really do if you just
shut up and listen,
come on.
baby. Shut up and listen.
And listen. But Rob, thank you again, brother. I appreciate it, my man.
Absolutely, man. Congrats to you too, man. This is awesome.
Awesome, brother. Awesome, brother. Well, that's it, folks. I'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. The audio is available on all your podcast catchers, iTunes, Spotify, Spreaker, Stitcher, all those. Wherever you find audio podcasts, you'll find it there. Questions and comments, please send them to pitlightbbqpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. Next week, unfortunately, there will be no show. My son, JJ, is graduating from elementary school to high school. And he's putting so much work in. I am so proud of him for the work he's been doing and hunkering down, putting all types of effort. So we have the graduation and introduction to high school ceremony on Monday night. So I ain't missing that, guys.
Go JJ. That's awesome, bro.
Absolutely. So unfortunately, no show, but it's for JJ, and he's gonna win. but yeah. So no show next week. Let me look at the calendar real quick. 20. So that's the 17th. So the 24th, if I am not mistaken, will be the next one. Yes. And we will be tentatively being joined by James and Erica Dodson from Limp Brisket out of Texas. So it'll be great to talk with them. I met James down at Houston for the first time this year. And great team, great husband and wife, great people. So that'll be a good episode on the 24th. But until then, until the 24th, you know what to do. Keep the smoke rolling.
There you go.